Hi everyone, I'm Stephanie Yin, long-term no see. Welcome back to the monthly mistake series. In this video, I'm going to show you the top 5 mistakes that I saw in January. So why don't we start it by 30 to 20 Q mistake. So this is the game, and now it's black to play. So I actually have seen many similar mistakes that happen in 30 to 20 Q games, which is disconnecting. So it's like we're having a plan, but without any details. So let me explain what happened in this game. So as we can see, black is controlling this corner and the side here and also this side. Pretty much black now is already leading because white doesn't really have a very solid territory. And there are 3 and 4 groups are falling apart for white. In the actual game, black played the clamp here. Why is this the mistake? So as we talked about earlier, black are already leading by having the huge territory here. And the 4 whites group here are not, they're not alive, but this stone is still not dead yet. So black actually should focus on the territory here by either attacking the stone and separating these 2 stones, or try to surround this stone and secure the territory. Why I'm saying it feels like we are having a plan but without any details. So I can understand why black played this move. It's because black realized, oh, white is getting a lot of territory on the bottom right corner. The influence and the potential is getting a lot bigger. So I have to do something. I have to limit that influence or the potential. But the part that black didn't see is after the clamp here, these 2 groups are not connected. So if white goes here and black now has to connect the 2 stones, and as we can see now, this stone is alone and it's not connecting with any group on the board, and actually black is in danger after the clamp. If black is planning to limit the influence here, the correct move should be the turn here first. So if white doesn't respond that move, and later on, then we can use the Atari and tiger's mouth and keep entering white's territory. But clamping here directly, that's too dangerous. Okay, now let's look at the next mistake. The next game is played by 19 to 10 Kyu player. And this is the game. So now it is black to play. So in the actual game, black played Atari here, which looks good. I'm trying to kill that white stone. Why is it a mistake? So let me show you what happened in the actual game. And then you probably will know the answer right away. Okay, so this is what happened in the actual game. So after black Atari'd the stone and white cut on the outside, it forced black to connect. Otherwise, there will be a double Atari here. So then black will be in a huge trouble. So saving these 2 stones or that stone will give black a big loss. So that's not acceptable. So black has to connect, and then white blocked here, which is also sente, and these 2 stones will be captured. So black has to capture here, and then white used the ladder to kill the stone. So why is that Atari a mistake? It looks fine in the corner. Get some points, some territory in the corner, and white get the outside. So let me show you the correct move, and then we can compare the correct variation and the mistake. So right now, black actually in a very difficult situation. Not only black needs to not only black needs to save the 2 stones in the corner, but also protect the cut on the outside. So in the actual game, yes, black saved the 2 stones, but lost the stone on the outside. And then black simply fixed the cutting point on the outside, and white will have the sente here and block from the outside and kill these 2 black stones. So the question now is, how do we fix 2 weaknesses at the same time by playing only 1 move? So the correct move is a not very good shape. It's called the empty triangle here, but in this situation is a Tetsuji. It fixed both weaknesses. So right now, white can either push on the top first, and since white doesn't have any sente in the corner, blocking from the corner won't help white to kill these two stones, because black can extend here and get more liberties and come back to kill these two white stones. So now white has to block from the outside and maybe push one more and extend here. So let's compare the correct variation in this joseki and the mistake variation. So this is what happened in the actual game. So compare this one with the last one. Black has the corner, white has the outside. But the correct joseki is white is only controlling this side, and black was able to extend it up. Black is able to extend it out and controlling the side on the top. So of course, in this situation, white is much better than the last variation. Okay, so before we're going to move to the next mistake, let me show you how is this joseki played. So white approached here, and black played a one space lower pincer. And white attached the corner, black hane, white cut, black posed back, and white wedged, black ataried from the edge, and white atari, black extended, white connected. And please do remember the correct move to fix the two weaknesses is here. All right, now let's look at the next mistake. The next game is played by 9-1 Kyu player. And here is the game. So as we can see, black and white are fighting on that top area here. And then that was the last move black played, the peep. And instead of just simply connecting here, white decided to bump and leave the cutting point for black. But surprisingly, black did not push and cut and connect the two groups. So that's a pretty good variation for black, even though the stone got cut off. But saving the stone, it's only worth around 5 points. But by killing this white stone, already give black a more than 5-point territory on the top. Alright, and then black was trying to be a friend to black. And black and white are too friendly to each other in this game. First, white left the cutting point for black to connect. And second, black lost the perfect timing to connect. Instead, he used the sente here and jumped out. At the same time, this move is helping white to connect. And eventually, these stones got enclosed and captured. So as we can see, there's not enough eye space for black to make two eyes, obviously. So I would say this is the first mistake because black lost the first good timing to connect it on the bottom. If white tries to cut, black is able to cut on the top and surround the white on the top. So in this situation, white has to use the peep here. If white is able to make that exchange, now white is able to cut this stone off. But of course, black knows this, and then black will either connect here or bump here, either way, and let white cut through here. But as we talked about earlier, saving this stone is only worth around 5 points. It's not a big deal. All right, so after the first timing, white should just simply connect here. Instead, white made another mistake and left the cutting point for black to connect. And the third mistake for black is the tiger's mouth. And now black lost the perfect timing to connect the two groups. So eventually, because black lost these two stones and white already leading the board, and eventually white wins this game. All right, so now let's look at the next mistake. The next game is played by 1-4 down players. So this is what happened in this game. It's pretty early of the game. And then black played a peep here, and which one of the follow-up move to finish this joseki. So in the actual game, white decided to block on the top and let black cut the stone, and then tiger's mouth here, and black ataried. So why is the block here is the mistake? So the correct variation or the correct follow-up for white to continue this joseki is to connect. And you probably will have a question, what if black push up? The 3 stones look in danger. But don't worry about it because white now has a sente on the bottom, which is a tatsuji, to connect the 3 stones. So after the hane here, black now is not able to block anymore because white can just simply atari and keep atari and win the capture race. So black has to come back to kill the stone, and white makes another sente and extend to the side. That's one of the josekis to continue the 1 space low approach, a 1 space low pincer. Okay, so in the actual game, after black decided to give up the stones in the corner, not only black now is completely alive, but also white lost all the eye space in the corner. And for the next move, white is supposed to extend, make it a 2 space extension to settle that group. But instead, white approached, which is a little aggressive move, overplay move, and black catch the chance, and black caught the chance and pincered the 4 stones. This is what happened in the game. This is what happened in the actual game. So eventually white managed to live on the side, but by leaving inside, it gives a lot of sente for black on the outside, and black started attacking everywhere and started leading the game and won eventually. All right, now let's look at the last mistake. The next game is played by 2 Korean pros in a Korean A-League, and here is the game. So the game now is getting very intense because now the game will be determined by the fight over here. So black is having a huge territory on the left side, but by looking at the board without killing this black group, white doesn't have any territory. So what happened in this game? But my first instinct tells me black actually has a higher chance to live. There are a lot of sentes on the right side, and there are also some sentes here. And also, if black really wants to make eye on the bottom, black can use this sente, these 2 sente. Even though these 2 sentes will hurt the corner, but the corner at least will be alive. So black can save that gote eye for emergency. But I would say black misread the whole sequence. And then black decided to double hane here. White cuts, black connects, white extend, black hane, white extend here. So now black got cut off, and then black has to deal with 2 weak groups at the same time. At the same time, this eye space in the center is gone. And then black played attach here. I was questioning about this move as well. Most likely, if I were black, I would play this center. If white respond this move, at least I will be able to connect my 2 groups. Like this. So in the actual game, black decided to attach. And then it gives the white a perfect chance to connect. And white haned on the bottom. Yes, these 2 groups are connected, but still the entire group doesn't have enough eye space. And black attached again, and white bumped. And up to this point, since the gap is very big, it's very wide, and there's no way for black to connect back. So black decided to kasumi, and white's inner push here, that's a very good move. And not only it cuts off, it surrounds black inside. At the same time, it fixed the ladder here. And then black ataried, and white jumped out. Black captured, and white played an actual move to secure this entire group here. So as we can see, black now is totally dead. It doesn't have 2 eyes. So eventually, white won this game by killing this group. Alright, these are the 5 mistakes. If you liked the video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions, leave the comments below and go to our website and follow us on Twitter and Facebook page. So my name is Stephanie Yin. I will see you next time.